Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Friday night. We're doing a late night live stream. Thank you, CDM. Good to see you. Part of the old gang is here. Part of them are still wondering what's going on, I guess. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Going to be chill tonight. Usually I'm pretty hyped up, and we get through a lot of stuff in a short period of time. But it's a Friday night. Going to take it easy. I'm having a little beverage too, so cheers. How's everyone doing? Doing all right tonight? We got a lot to talk about. Pop down here in the corner because we had this big drop here yesterday. And then what do we have today? It's all kind of evening out. It's all evening out. Some a little higher than others. We'll be talking about that as well. What's going on with Bitcoin? Doge looking strong comparatively to Bitcoin. And alts, actually, the alts. A lot of talk about altcoins versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance going down. Altcoins recovering better from this massive dip. A lot of sell pressure on Bitcoin. And I've got some other little bits in the news as well to talk about. So, hello, CDM. So we're doing this late night. Thanks for the suggestion. Actually, a good idea to be able to have some different time slots. Get some other people in. For those just joining who haven't joined before, welcome. I'm Chris. This is Chris Pack's channel. We talk about crypto, a lot about Dogecoin, mostly Dogecoin. That's the biggest bag I have is Doge. And we talk it real. We keep it real here. We also have a DCA portfolio, and we'll be buying some crypto live tonight into that portfolio. And that portfolio will be shared with you guys when we eventually sell and have big profits. That's the goal anyway. We think that's what's going to happen. We hope that's what's going to happen. Be ashamed to be buying all this crypto now and then a big bull market never comes. But we all think this is going to come. So we're loading up, accumulating. We get big dips like this. That's not panic selling time. That's buying time. That's what we look at, buying time. Will there be more dips? Will this thing dip even more? It could. We don't know. We were talking in July about the months of August and September are typically not good months for crypto trading. Markets tend to generally be down. And that's why we started this DCA portfolio. Probably should have waited a couple more weeks to get started, but we didn't know. Things were going sideways and looking pretty good for Bitcoin. There between 29K, 30K, and then it dipped to be 28, 29, and we were like, that's okay, 28, 29, we can handle that. But then Bitcoin decided to go on this little run down. And interesting enough, and this is the Bitstamp chart. Bitcoin only dropped there 26,263, and it's actually now lower at 26,025 than that lowest drop. I know on Binance, I saw on a chart Bitcoin had dropped down to like 25.2 on Binance. Binance was going crazy with all sorts of coins. But Bitcoin didn't recover. So Bitcoin's down. And look at the Doge chart. Doge is up, has almost recovered back to where it was before the dip. And some coins actually have recovered all the way back and even more. But this with Dogecoin was crazy because obviously while it was happening, right? Because I always have my eyes glued to the charts. So when this was happening, I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to buy. Got my Coinbase opened up, ready to go. We're going to buy some Dogecoin as this thing was coming down. So this is the Binance chart. And so I could see on this chart that Doge had dropped below 6 cents, was going to 5.9, was going to 5.8. And I'm like, all right, I got to start buying. But on Coinbase, this was the Coinbase chart. Let me get this refreshed here. On Coinbase, it never went that low. It says it went down to 5.869 here on the Coinbase chart. But at the time that Doge was down here on Binance at 5.655, on Coinbase, it was up here at like 613, 612. So I put an order in. I did a market order. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to market order this because on Binance, it was way down and ended up buying at 613. And then it went over to the next candle, went down a little more. So I did another order at 595. And then it moved up. And I was like, well, I'll just set another like 599 limit order. And just, for the future, if there's going to be a dip down, then that dip down, I'll be able to snag some more at 599. Well, it just immediately hit it. Or maybe it was this dip over here. No, it was that one that immediately hit it right there. So this was the Dogecoin that I bought on the dip. So it was about 43,000 Doge or something like that I ended up picking up on the dip there. So that's what I was doing. I was buying because we were just talking about that. I made my video yesterday, right? Because I had a sense that there was going to be a dip. And I made that video before this big dip, but it looked like things were headed down. And so I was like, the title of the video was, are you selling your Dogecoin? Are you selling your crypto? And in the video, I said, I'm not selling. And what I heard from everybody else was, no one's selling. This is the time to buy. Some people bought before the dip. Some people have been buying after the dip. Doge has been kind of going up throughout the day today. So we're going to buy some more. And it's going to be around 632, something like that for our DCA portfolio. And 632 isn't bad. I mean, last week we were waiting for it to drop below 7 cents and hoping for like 6.99. And we were thinking, $6.99, that's a good price. Well, people don't want to buy at $6.33 now, but $6.99 last week wasn't going to be a great buy. That's how psychology works, right? When you have a big dip like this, all of a sudden it turns. So we're going to be buying some here, and we're going to buy some other Bitcoin and Ethereum, Litecoin, Sol. We'll be adding to our portfolio at the prices, whatever they are. So the question is, a lot of people have been talking about today, what caused this big dip? What caused the dip? And Elon was certainly getting a lot of flack, right? Everyone's saying, oh, Elon crashed the market. Elon crashed the market. So why did Bitcoin and crypto jump? And it's like CoinDesk, first thing this morning. No, Elon Musk's SpaceX isn't the cause of this multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin bloodbath. Bitcoin prices fell suddenly late on Thursday amid reports of hundreds of millions in sales, triggering a bloodbath across futures and spot markets. And this tweet or post on X that was reposted quite a bit. It's like, just woke up, who sold? And so it was like, well, SpaceX, right? it's this stupid Wall Street Journal article that the bottom of the article was all about SpaceX, and at the bottom of it, they had this thing about SpaceX writing off a lot of its Bitcoin holdings. Well, that's because SpaceX bought Bitcoin when it was up at like 50K. So down at 30K, they can write some of that off. That's the way I read it. That's the way they're reading it. If they sold any Bitcoin, it wasn't yesterday. It was like last year sometime, if they sold any. So what did cause it? Well, there was talk about Evergrande and the Chinese real estate market, what's going on over there and how it can have this global effect, because Evergrande is, although based in China, has this sort of global real estate holdings. But because of what's going on in China and them just overbuilding so much, and they couldn't sell all this housing because of the deflation that's going on over in China, and people don't have the money to buy all these apartments, so they have all these empty buildings everywhere. It's crazy. But the government was like, keep building, keep building. Well, Evergrande got caught up in that. And we knew that a couple of years ago, but they finally went bankrupt. And so there was kind of this negativity in the market, everyone thinking, well, if Evergrande's going bankrupt, well, what's going to be the ripple effect to the stock market? And if the stock market is going to crash, well, maybe I'll sell some Bitcoin here at this price, wherever it was at the time. Up here at 27.8, I'll just sell Bitcoin here because the stock market's going to go down. Well, that might have started it. There's also this talk about how for so long Bitcoin was trading at this very, very low volume level, low liquidity. And then what happens is, as soon as there's a move in the market, it can accelerate. And that acceleration can lead to some pretty quick drops. And when that happens, then you have the liquidation starting for those that are in leveraged long positions. So what's that? Well, there's this, CoinClass has this Bitcoin liquidations page here, and they look at these total liquidations. And this is live as it is right now. But you can look at this graph here, and it shows the liquidations that have happened here over the past couple months. And then here's yesterday, $855 million of crypto longs liquidated. And then on top of that, there's also another $150 million of shorts. You wonder, well, how can that be? How can shorts get liquidated when the price is going down? Well, the price wasn't just going down. It was fluctuating really fast up and down. I mean, look at the volume that was going on. So what happens is, as it's dropping down, people then start opening up short positions because they're going to try and make some money while the price is dropping down. So they open these shorts. Guess what? It stopped and came back up. And then as soon as Bitcoin then came back up to like 26.9, it hit 27. Those that shorted down here, they got liquidated. So it got them on both sides. The total amount for Bitcoin alone, $373 million on the longs and $125 million on the short happened in a 24-hour period, just on Bitcoin alone. Crazy, crazy. But that's what happens in these markets where the trading is pretty much going sideways. It's like there's no activity and people are bored. Traders being traders, they start using more and more leverage. I mean, some people using 20x and even like 100x leverage. It's like, what do you do at 100x leverage? ETH, $254 million. And $55 million of that was one trade. There was one trader who had a long position on ETH and got liquidated. $55 million. And even Doge, $12 million in the longs, $1 million in the shorts on Dogecoin. And the thing that's really interesting about Doge now, because we look at Doge here, just kind of going sideways here at 634 now. And let's zoom out and get a look at like the 4-hour chart here. And you'll see, here was Doge. We were up here 7.5 cents. We were doing great, right? Doge drops down. Now it's made this recovery back up to 634. Well, there's a lot of people thinking the markets are going to drop some more. And so look at all the short positions that are now open on Dogecoin. That's a lot of shorts. So Dogecoin right now is being heavily shorted. We don't know what's going to happen this weekend. Are we going to see these prices stabilize? Or are we going to see some drops? Or is it going to keep going up? Well, there's a lot of people betting the price is going to go down on Doge. The Bitcoin shorts, Bitcoin shorts are up too. Bitcoin shorts are up too. So a lot of people betting on the markets going down. Kind of interesting. So was it SpaceX? I think that FUD out there probably helped accelerate some of this drop. And the Evergrande thing, and then just the liquidations, just accelerated this down fast. And I think the recovery here, although there's really low volume of trading throughout the day, it's been steadily climbing up. People aren't selling their Dogecoin. They're not selling their Dogecoin. This is all traders being traders, right? The liquidations and things going on over here. But now it's just slow, steady climb because people aren't selling. So Doge just continues to go up in this pattern where, again, Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin's sliding down. It's kind of interesting. Don't really see that too often. Or over some length of time, you see this kind of divergence between Bitcoin and Doge. Don't always see that. So we've got this article, Pepe, Doge, prices slide. And then this thing about this Wall Street memes thing. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Kind of interesting. But yes, crypto market has failed to recover from yesterday's price crash, which many experts believe is most severe sell-off since the FTX insolvency. That was back in November, if you remember last November. And then big price drops. And that's when Bitcoin dropped to 15.5. Now, Bitcoin barely holding on to 26,000. Well, it's not 15.5 like it was last November. But Dogecoin is just about down to where it was last November. The pessimistic market outlook is also reflected. Top meme coins, Doge, Shiba Inu, posting double-digit loss in the past week. Pepe not faring any better. To make matters worse, experts believe that the bearish move is not yet done, with bearish bets against Bitcoin continuing to pile up. So that's what we just looked at on the charts. It's all those shorts open. Those are all new shorts, all opened up, betting on the price to go down even more. So that's what we're looking at. People aren't selling their Dogecoin. There's traders who are going to trade it, and there's shorters betting on the price to go down. The Doge community is holding strong, keeping the price up. This, and then just as a note, this stupid Wall Street memes thing. Generating tremendous FOMO against meme coin enthusiasts. WSM has already raised over $25 million in its ICO in just over 3 months. Well, what is this? Well, it just so happened, and I read this today, and I was like, at the same time, I got this email, because I get these a lot from these marketing people that want me to shill their projects or coins or whatever. And I got this one just 2 days ago. Hi, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Karen and I work for a Web3 marketing agency. We are thrilled about our pre-sale Wall Street memes and would love to collaborate with you to spread the word and generate buzz among your enthusiastic audience. That's you guys. We believe that your expertise and reach can play a significant role in driving awareness and engagement. Therefore, we're reaching out to inquire about the possibility of creating a promotional video to our pre-sale campaign. And then they go blah, 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 blah. They want to know my pricing. Look forward to the possibility of working together. And you guys know me. I don't shill that stuff. I am out of the ERC20 token business. I'm out of the BSC token business. I don't do them because it's money grab. If they've already made $25 million in pre-sales, that means you guys, people that think that you're going to make money off this, have given them already your money so that you can get some airdrop tokens. So when the thing goes live and the price goes up, that you can sell your tokens for a profit and dump them on other people. Because that's what happens every day. More of this churn of these tokens that don't do anything. They have no utility. They don't do anything except make the developers and the early people some money. So I don't support those at all. I have not responded to this Karen person, not interested. I just thought it was interesting that I was reading about this article, which is about these, what's happening in the market. But then Finbold is getting paid out of that $25 million, some money to put this little bit in here about this token. And it happens on a lot of these. You Today does it, and a bunch of other of these online so-called news organizations. They make money from these marketing agencies and projects shilling these tokens that have these ICOs. They've got flush with the money. They just spread the money around to influencers. So I just thought that was interesting that happened. But for Dogecoin, what are we waiting for? Well, mission to moon, right? The Doge 1 mission. Is this really going to happen this fall? Personally, I'm waiting for Elon and for Elon to actually say it. I think that would probably happen in September. Be 2 months before launch. But this could really be something. Mission paid for in Doge. First crypto in space. Interesting project. We covered this last week on a video. If you didn't watch my video on it, you can check it out on my channel. Very interesting about Doge and SpaceX. So that'll be fun to watch. We'll keep an eye on that. Tron Weekly this morning writes, Solana's market cap soars past $9 billion, leaving Dogecoin behind. Well, they probably shouldn't have printed this so soon. Because guess what? Solana's been going down. Dogecoin's been going up. And Dogecoin is now ahead of Solana again. So Dogecoin's back up to number 8. Solana down to 9. So Solana's 9 billion has now dropped down to 8.7. In the past 24 hours, Dogecoin is up 4%. Solana is down 1.3%. So Doge flips Solana and has its eyes set on flipping Cardano again, which could happen. They're only like 300 million behind now. So we could see Doge flip back up into 7th. Well, unless Johnny sells all of his Dogecoin, Johnny. No. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and I'm not selling. I'm not selling. But the Bitcoin bulls beware. Sub 20K nightmare looms. Analyst foresees extended downturn. So we have some people coming out saying the markets are going to go down. Johnny says he sold. Well, good luck. I'm not selling. I'm holding. I'm here long term. Again, to make money in crypto, we've done the 4-year cycles. If you hold out and the next bull run comes up, and then you sell out at portions of a time, and then you keep some profits on the side. You don't roll it right back into other cryptos. You take it out at the top of the bull market, or what you think is the top. This is what I'm going to do next time. I'm not going to sell it all. I'll always have Dogecoin. I won't sell it all, but I'll sell a good chunk. And I'll sell a good chunk of my other cryptos too. And I'll take it out. And the next bear market, I'm not going to ride it all out. I'll have it on the side. I'll be spending it, using it, enjoying it, and wait for the next bear market in 2027 or whatever year it is. And then slowly enter back in. So that's my plan. Now, are we going to see this dip? We could. Sub 20K. I have a hard time believing Bitcoin's going to go to sub 20K, though. We go out to the daily on Bitcoin. 25K is going to be strong support here. We've talked about this before, and I even mentioned this the other day in the video, that if Bitcoin was going down and it went below this 28.2 line, and I drew this. This was on Wednesday during the live stream. In fact, I drew this, that if Bitcoin dropped below 28.2, then there's nothing to stop it until 25K. And you can go see on my channel. I actually said that, and it's on that video for that live stream that I said. And what happened? Well, on Binance, it went down to 25K and came back up. Bitstamp only, again, like I said earlier, only 25.5, because there was no other support there for Bitcoin. So it dumped. And right now it's not recovering. It's just flat here, just flat at 26. So could we see a bigger drop? Well, if 25K doesn't hold, what's next, right? If 25K doesn't hold, some longer term support at 21.5, and then 20K. So those would be the next levels. It's going to be a long August and September, I think. So going to be a long August, September. Hey, CDM, do you think stocks will rally? AMC, GME.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Oh, shut up, Siri. I don't think we're going to have meme stocks doing that craziness again, like we saw back in, what was that, January of 2021, when Wall Street Bets was doing those big short squeezes. I don't think so. Will there be some short squeezing going on? Maybe. There may be something like that, but I don't think it's going to be at that same craziness that we saw back in 21. Curtis, welcome. Good to see you. See, this is why I'm doing this late night stream, so I can get some people coming in I haven't seen in a while. So welcome, Curtis. Good to see you. YOLO, high panic, sell low. Yeah. As I said, I'm not selling. I'm still buying. I'm not even doing swing trading right now with this market because of the craziness that can happen. Not even doing that. What's kind of interesting on this chart, though, is Dogecoin came down, and this was that long-term trend line or resistance line that we've had for Dogecoin. And it almost hit it here and then came back up. That's kind of interesting because this long line had gone. It's like a 2-year line. Kind of interesting. Hi, Ion. How are you? Johnny, if I was a new investor in Doge, go for it. Been here years. Time to make real profits. It's okay to accumulate. Yeah, well, not everyone can have huge bags, right? We invest what we can afford to lose, right? Or as Billy Marcus says, you burn. We'll show that in a minute, what Billy said. Doge is going to go on some other big runs, though. We know it's going to happen between SpaceX, Tesla, X, formerly known as Twitter, especially X. Elon's going to do something with payments on there, and Dogecoin is going to be involved in some manner. He's not going to forget Doge. It's going to be around somehow. He's going to incorporate it. I'm not missing out on that. And that would be huge for Dogecoin. And then when we start seeing the big bull run happening with Doge, that's the time to take some profits along the way. We'll be talking about that when that eventually happens. Sort of how to take profits kind of thing. Because I'm not like 2021, I'm just not holding it all and saying, well, Dogecoin's going to go to $1 and I'm just going to diamond hand it to $1. Like Pro the Doge did, or, he had how many millions of Dogecoin, and he just held it all. He had, 4.5 million Doge? Because he had showed, like on the Graham Stephan show, he had shown like a $3 million in his Robinhood account. Didn't sell any of it. And then down it went, and he just held on. Well, I held all mine too. I only had about 500,000 Dogecoin then, something like that. That's still a lot of Dogecoin for most people, but that's what I had. I had my initial 400,000, and then I had sort of accumulated through swing trading and other thing, and some other buys that happened in like March and into April of that year of 2021, another 100K. Just held it. We held it. Yeah, Curtis says, come on, 2024. So for those that don't know, Bitcoin halving is going to happen probably around April, sometime in the middle of April, 2024. which is usually followed by the start of a bull run. Not this year, Jerry. That's, again, history says that bull markets don't happen in the reset years. And 2023 is a reset year in those 4-year cycles. CDM says Dojo dollar. Yeah. But bull market this year, no. Again, could Doge go on a run on its own? Yeah, it could. Other coins could go on runs on their own based on the particular news, but the whole crypto market, gaining like $1 trillion of market cap, most likely not in 2023. So 4-year cycles would say that would start more toward the second half of 2024 and then into 2025, because that's when we had that huge altcoin season in 2021. Remember those incredible, prices we saw in so many altcoins. Again, that would be that 4-year cycle kind of thing. So history might not repeat, though. A lot of times people say, but this year's different. This could be different. And there are some sort of tempering these expectations of these huge prices like we saw in 2021. Because what did we have in 2021? We had these big stimulus checks, right? All this money just being sent out to everyone. So people had all this extra money, and a lot of them bought crypto with it. We're not going to have that in 2024, 2025, most likely. And a lot of the economists are saying recession in the United States in 2024. We already have recessions in a number of countries in the EU and UK is happening. So, yeah. So that's what we're facing. When everyone holds, it keeps the floor higher, though, doesn't it? If everyone holds, but there's always trading. There's always traders going on. And with Doge especially, there are some traders who trade big chunks of Dogecoin. They've been doing it for years. They've been making money doing it. They know, especially when you've got low volume, they can move the market. Big sell, price goes down, they buy in at a lower price. And then you have a lot of bot trading too going on. And that's what a lot of this sort of churn is. It's just bot trading. And they're just skimming little bits of money. Retail traders who try and do it more times than not lose a little. You end up buying back in at a higher price after you sell. So there's a lot of that going on. Bitcoin goes up, Doge goes up. Typically, that's true. Yep. But sometimes Bitcoin goes up higher. And we saw that in January. Remember January? Let's take a look again. Because I remember January. And here's the Doge chart in January. Dogecoin went from, it was about 7 cents. And by the end of January, it was up to about 9.5 cents. And you think, that's pretty good, right? So, yeah, about 7 cents to 9 cents. Yeah, 37%. It's 9.5 cents. Yeah, that's pretty good. What did Bitcoin do? Well, Bitcoin went from, where was it at on December 31st? You could have got Bitcoin at 16.2. And by the end of the month, it was, 24K, up 47%. And then it went on this second run here. This run was crazy. 54% run there from March 9th to April 14th. Doge, the Doge ended up having a little run there into April, right? So Doge's run up there, about 57%, but it just sold right back off real quick, and it didn't hold those gains. So yeah, but typically when Bitcoin goes up, Doge goes up too. But Doge can go on its own, but Doge can also drop on its own, particularly after it's gone on a bit of a run. CDM says, yeah, biggest worry, lower highs with no stimulus checks. Could be. We might not have return to all-time highs across the crypto market in 2025. So we got to be ready for that. But if Bitcoin is going to go to 100K, 150K, 200K because of its scarcity, right? So people are saying, right? And you get like the BlackRocks and these other big money managers coming in and buying Bitcoin. Price is going to be going up for Bitcoin, and the alts are going to go up too. So, yeah. Ion's wearing a shirt right now. Doge 1 Mission 2022. Yeah, just change the 2 to a 3. And hopefully in 2023, we're going to see it. Yeah, Doge is inflationary, right, Jerry? Yep, and that's not going to change. That's just written into the code. The rewards to miners is that inflationary aspect of Dogecoin. But it keeps Dogecoin safe and secure, rewards miners, right? And it makes for Doge to actually be a very good currency, unlike Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be a currency. People are going to hoard their Bitcoin, not use it. So that's Dogecoin's advantage. Before we get to buying crypto, a couple more news events. Just want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, please subscribe. I appreciate that. Also, give a like to the stream. Always appreciate the support as well. And folks like Kriss are members of the channel. And as members, not only do you get some extra groovy little emojis you can use in the chat, but you're also able to then share in a percentage of the profits of the Kriss Pax DCA portfolio when we sell it during the bull run. And the longer you're a member of the channel, the bigger the percentages of that chunk of profit that you're going to get. Those that join right when I'm selling are going to get little slivers. But those that are with me longer are going to get bigger chunks. And it's just going to be done proportionally across the profit. And that's going to be for our portfolio. And I'm putting in $10,000 of seed to buy the crypto. And we're going to watch it grow and see what happens. And this is just, August and buying in, we started late July into September of the reset year after the bear market. And we'll see what happens. But I'll be sharing the profit with this because this is a community thing. And a lot of you have given ideas as to which coins to buy too. I was taking suggestions during live streams. And so now we've got a good chunk of coins and we're going to spread it out. So here is Here's the Billy Marcus quote. My number one rule of crypto is never put more money into it than you're willing to burn in a fire. that's Billy. And also, I like the major players, BTC, ETH, and Doge is just Bitcoin in a dog suit. I don't like basically any ERC20 token, and neither do I. And he did say it, but also those BSC tokens. I don't like those either. But Billy likes BTC, ETH, and Doge. I have a wider portfolio because I was accumulating earlier this year into other layer 1 and layer 2 projects with utility that I think are going to do. And some of them we've even bought into the Kriss Packs portfolio, like Render. Someone in last week had said, you've been talking about Render, you should have some in this Kriss Packs portfolio. So we added Render. So I tweeted out the allocation here. Doge at 25%, XRP at 12%, Bitcoin just under 10%, Litecoin at 8%, Jasmy just under 8%, Algorand, Matic. So that makes up a good chunk of the portfolio. And then we just added Render and a couple others and a little bit of Sheeb as well. So that's what's in the portfolio. And we're going to buy some more here live. That's what we're going to do. Doge, right where we started, 634, Bitcoin, 26,012. Everything's just kind of slow, going sideways. Oh, it's funny, this one thing about Solana also that I just wanted to mention here. With the decline in the influx of new users to the network and DeFi participants pulling out their investments, Solana may encounter challenges in sustaining its established dominance. That's an interesting sentence right there about Solana. Particularly if you saw James from Invest Answers doing this Hedera versus Solana video, which I didn't even bother to watch because I knew what his response was going to be. I knew where he was going to end up because he's so pro Solana. And then Dogecoin jumps over Solana. And then what's happening today, Hedera's taken off. Hedera is already above where it was before the drop yesterday with this run that Hedera's gone on. And what's Solana doing? It's just crapping sideways with Bitcoin. But we'll add a little Solana to our portfolio as well, just in case James is right with Solana. All right. So here's our portfolio in Coinbase. Doge, XRP, Jasmy, Bitcoin, Algo, Litecoin, Matic, Sheeb, Sol, ETH, Render. So we're going to be adding to these, whatever the price is. That's what we're adding. Doge actually up a little higher right now. We always do limit prices though. 0.06354. Don't want it dropping down. And we're doing $33 into each. And then we'll do Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 26,023. And ETH is at 1660. So these are all prices that are lower than our averages across everything that we've got so far. And XRP is kind of the big loser right now because our average is up over 60. And now at 50.67. $33 in XRP. So we're just adding to our portfolio here across the board. Sheet price is always hard to put in. 0.0856. Point 5. Just buying crypto. What else do we have? Litecoin. 63.99. And Attic. So we're just buying right across the board tonight. 0.573. And I'll sum all this up in CoinMarketCap portfolio. I even got that for a better price than I had paid for it. And then our Jasmine, right? So this will all be in for 0.00333. That's an awesome price for Jasmine, guys. $9,850 Jasmine going to be added there. Does that get everything? Oh, Algorand. Algo. You guys like Algorand? Is it going to go on a run? I certainly hope so. 0.0954. And then Solana. And then that'll be do it. So it's all filled except Jasmine and Solana. Jasmine, there's just low volume. No one's trading that right now. So as Curtis says, this is the real way. Pay attention, everyone. Averaging down and buying dips. Yep. Because our average on all of these is higher because we started buying in July, and the price is now lower on all of these coins than where we started. The Doge average was 7.25 cents. Bitcoin average is 29.3, right? We just bought it 26. So averaging down, our XRP average was 65 cents. So again, averaging down. And this is the accumulation. We're going to continue every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, buying live on this channel, or DCAing, whatever the price is. And we'll see where it goes. Now, I'm one that generally buys on dips. And that's my big bag of portfolio. But for this one, we're just doing dollar cost averaging. at what the price is. We won't always buy every coin every time. We'll see. But we're spreading it out. Yeah, I know Mars loves only Doge. But we spread it out because every once in a while you get something else. When Jasmine decides to finally go on its big run, we're all going to be like, woohoo, go Jasmine, because we've got some Jasmine now. So that's why we're doing that. That's why we're doing that. All right, guys. Well, this has been a good Friday night stream. Thanks for tuning in. Always give a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Always appreciate that. We'll have a video this weekend, and then we'll be live again Monday at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock afternoon, Boston time. But I will do these Friday night late ones because this is a good time for me too. On Friday night, I can relax, can have a drink together. If you guys are drinking, cheers. Yeah, Frank, dollar cost averaging in crypto. This is the way. This is the way. At least that's what we're doing on this portfolio. And if you stick with me, and we'll be checking this all the way through into the next bull run. And we will see what our gains are from dollar cost averaging now in this reset year of 2023, that by the spring of 2025, we'll see how big this portfolio is. And when we sell, I get half the profits and you guys get half the profits. If you're a member of my channel, that's how you get the profits. But we're going to do this together. So, hey everyone, hope you have a great weekend. Again, I'll pop my video tomorrow and then be live again on Monday. Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I'm live. So everyone take care. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.